The most amazing historical discoveries. From a 13,000-year-old brewery to a long-lost ancient city supposedly built by Trojan war captives, it was an eventful year for historical discoveries. As the year comes to a close, take a look back at some of the ways history made news this year. 1. A human jawbone becomes the earliest evidence for humans outside Africa. Before this year, the oldest Homo sapiens fossil found outside Africa were estimated to be between 90,000 and 120,000 years old. But in January, a team of researchers revealed their discovery of an upper jawbone fossil at least 50,000 years older than that in a mountain cave in Israel, suggesting modern humans may have migrated out of Africa far earlier than once thought. 2. Graffiti stone found to be part of a Crusader-era altar. Researchers at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem's Old City got a big surprise in February when they examined the reverse side of a previously unremarkable large stone propped against a wall in the corner, where it had been scribbled on by tourists. In fact, the 2-ton block was inscribed with intricate circles, and appeared to be part of a high altar created by medieval crusaders in the early 12th century. 3. A truck drove through Peru's ancient Nazca lines, and researchers found 50 more of them. The Nazca lines, a set of mysterious ancient symbols carved into the desert in southern Peru by pre-Incan peoples starting some 2,000 years ago, sustained damage early in the year when a truck driver mistakenly plowed his rig into the UNESCO World Heritage Site. In April, archaeologists using drones to map the ancient site announced they had discovered 50 previously unknown lines traced in the desert, but too fine to be seen with the naked eye. 4. A lost interview with a survivor of the last U.S. slave ship surfaced. In the early 1930s, the writer Zora Neale Hurston tracked down and interviewed Cudjoe Lewis, a former slave transported from his native Africa aboard the Clotilda, the last slave ship to reach the United States in 1860. Though publishers at the time turned down Hurston's book Barracoon, the story of the last black cargo, it was finally published in May, bringing Lewis' story to a larger audience nearly a century after he spoke to Hurston. 5. Archaeologists found the oldest known examples of some of our favorite foods. In Sicily, archaeologists found traces of olive oil on shards of pottery dating back to around 2000 BC, while researchers in Egypt discovered a lumpy, bacteria-ridden substance inside some broken jars that turned out to be 3,300-year-old cheese. In case you needed something to wash that all down with, evidence of the world's earliest known beer-making operation turned up inside a cave in Israel, suggesting humans may have invented agriculture just so they could brew beer. 6. An 8-year-old girl pulled a 1,000-year-old sword out of a lake in Sweden. What did you do on your summer vacation? Young Saga Vanasek had the mother of all answers to that question this year, after she stepped on a rusty old piece of metal while playing in Vidostern Lake. Museum experts estimated the sword she found is at least 1,000 years old, and may even date to the 5th or 6th century AD, predating the Viking era by hundreds of years. 7. A deadly earthquake in Mexico led to the discovery of an ancient Aztec temple. In the wake of the devastating quake of September 2017, archaeologists used radar to scan the 13th century Teopanzalco pyramid south of Mexico City, dedicated to the Aztec rain god Tlaloc, for potential damage. Instead, they found traces of an even older temple inside, thought to date back to 1150 AD. Later in the year, another team of researchers confirmed the existence of a hidden tunnel underneath the Pyramid of the Moon in the ancient city of Teotihuacan, which they think its builders might have intended as a symbolic passage to the underworld. 8. We got a lot more information about our ancient ancestors' sex lives. While we've known for a while that our modern human ancestors interbred with Neanderthals, we learned this year that they also slept around with the mysterious ancient human relatives known as the Denisovans. Adding to the growing impression that ancient hominins mixed and mingled with abandon, DNA evidence also revealed that early modern humans and Neanderthals had many more encounters than previously believed, and that Neanderthals and Denisovans also slept with each other. 9. Archaeologists found a horse and a gorgeous shrine frozen in the ashes of Pompeii. Nearly 2,000 years after the eruption of Mount Vesuvius devastated the ancient Roman city of Pompeii, archaeologists made two amazing discoveries, starting with the intact body of an ancient horse. They also stumbled on an elaborate, perfectly preserved shrine and vibrantly colored wall paintings depicting an enchanted garden, hidden for centuries in the ash-covered ruins of a home that likely belonged to a wealthy Pompeian family. 10. The world's oldest intact shipwreck was located at the bottom of the Black Sea. By the time an Anglo-Bulgarian research team located the wreck of an ancient Greek merchant ship off the Bulgarian coast, a lack of oxygen had preserved the vessel virtually intact, masts still standing and rudders in place for more than 2,400 years. It's one of some 60 wrecks, including Roman-era trading ships and a 17th century Cossack fleet, that the team has discovered during its 3-year mission to plumb the depths of the Black Sea using sonar and deep-diving robots. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more videos.